Hey guys, I'm Danny and this is my HTC One M8 Verizon Glamour Red Edition preview. Now before I start, I'd like to notify that it's not a review, it's just a peek how the Red Edition looks like, because I haven't seen on YouTube normal videos for it, nor in normal English. So here it is. I already pre-installed a ROM for it, and very hard, because Verizon keeps its bootloader locked, so know that. Why would you like to unlock or change ROM? Because you won't receive any updates if you are not on CDMA frequencies outside of the United States, for example. So it's very important. Now, a couple of more important stuff. I bought this one directly from HTC website, and when it was listed for 650 bucks. And the catch is that taxes are not included, so the final price depends on the area where it ships to, which in my case was New York City, and the final price was about 700 bucks. And for the time of buying, it didn't include any HTC case like the international versions, so beware of that. The phone comes SIM unlocked for any carrier, so don't be afraid to use it abroad. It's very important. There are a couple of annoying stuff in the beginning of the activation, such as removal of the start screen. It was quite annoying, but I managed to do it. Dial helper and so on. But just search for it in Google. It's kind of easy, so don't worry about that. One more thing to note, the HSPA Plus speeds are up to 21 megabits, so no dual carrier HSPA Plus, so which means you are limited to 21 megabits and not 42. So you need to know about that. And how do I know about that? I've tested my HTC One M7, the previous version, and it topped out to 30 megabits. This one topped on 15 megabits. So it's already checked, and you should know about that. It's not a deal breaker, but you should consider that. I personally bought this one color because it supports GSM frequencies in my country, and I just love this one. So let's see what I can tell you more. The only major downside of the any Verizon phone, that it comes bootloader locked, so it's very difficult to root it, S off, and unlock it. And afterwards you can just easily supersede if you manage to S off it. I recommend for it just Google Sunshine Verizon M8. It cost about 25 bucks through PayPal, but it's totally worth it, and I managed to unlock my phone and install custom ROM, which is in my case a Viper One 1.8. So before further ado, let's show the phone. Here's the phone, as you can see. Oh, so I suddenly activated the flashlight. Let's see how. Yeah. So as I mentioned before, I already installed a different ROM for it, so you should see different stuff. Here's the phone, and let me show you a couple of stuff here. You have here HTC Advantage, and it's cool stuff. If you live in the United States, you have free screen replacement, some warranty stuff. Here you go, some more warranty stuff. You have SIM unlock tool, keep it, it's kind of important, and it comes with nano SIM Verizon. Here you don't have anything more. Here you have the charger. Oops, it's kind of tough to move it. One thing to note about the charger, which I don't think I've seen on anybody's review, it comes with 50% higher current output. So this one is 1.5 ampere. So I don't know if you can see this, but you should know because the One M7 comes with just 1 ampere. And here I have USB cable, and here you have just the basic HTC headphones. Actually, I like them because I've used about a year with my older phone and they're just great. Here they are. So nothing more interesting here. And let's go to the phone itself. Just move this one here. So as you can see, the phone is very shiny. It's a bit more shinier than you can see on the HTC website or any other photos. It's like the gray version, I suppose, gunmetal gray. So it's kind of shiny, yeah, and it's very slippery. So I'm going to show you some downsides. I'm going to tell you some downsides I've noticed about it, and comparison to the One M7, which I'll show you in the moment. Here's the One M7. As you can see, the phone is a bit larger, much larger, as you can see, and a bit wider too. So the downsides, I'll start from the good stuff. The good stuff, the M8 feels definitely faster. Whether it's the processor or software customizations, it does feel faster. I'll show you, for example, here's a blink feed. The blink feed loads very fast. On the M7, it sometimes stutters. Well, it's noticeable, but you should know that. The sound on the M8 is way better, way stronger, and it's noticeable here. The screen is a bit better too, even though it's still 1080p, and the camera is way better. I mean, it's much more faster. So the camera, it's very fast. I really liked it. Let's see if I can tell you more. The downsides, the phone is larger, noticeably larger, so it's not very comfortable to hold it. So if you buy in a case, just make sure it's a small one. If you have big hands, so beware. So it's okay. The phone is very smooth, okay, so it's kind of slippery. You can just can fall off your hands, and I don't recommend this one. The M7 has sharp edges, which is more comfortable to grip it. So, and the M7 does not have. Here more stuff you can see about the phone. It's very shiny and cool. Okay. Verizon. And of course I bought some cases and the 64 gigs card, which is already here. The card itself is 64 gigs Transcend micro SD card, ultra high speed one, for about 35 bucks from Amazon. And if you take my opinion, 128 it just doesn't worth the price because it's way higher. You can just buy a couple of 64 gigs and it will be still cheaper. And the cases I bought, first of all, I'll show you from eBay that I bought. It's a great case. It's a white case. Also, I have the gray case. The stuff I like about the case, it's have port protection. It's very important. Here, as you can see, no dust and moisture can penetrate. Well, almost. Here, as you can see, It's great. It's very thin and light, so no bulk added. This is the one version. Let me just remove it. I also have the gray version. Here it is. It's the same principle, just different color. Let me show you how it looks like. Always forget how to put this one correctly. Here it goes. Also, port protection. Excellent. This one I like a bit less because, well, it's a personal preference, but it cost me about $5 each case, so it's definitely cheap and worth it because port protection, as I've said, cover very thin and excellent, and very easy to press because it's a TPU case. I'll show you. This is M7. No need for it. And I'll show you a couple of more cases. This one is Spigen transparent case. Well, it's good case, but it doesn't have port protection, so it's my only downside. Here, as you can see, it doesn't have any port protection. Here it goes. It's transparent. It's kind of shiny. It's cool. Though I probably won't use it because no port protection, so moisture, dust, and stuff like that can penetrate it, and it sucks. And the button here is, it's kind of hard to find it, but it's for the first times, so you can adjust to it. And the final case is OtterBox commuter case. That one I bought it because sometimes you go to trips and harsh environment, so you want to maximum protection of your phone, and that's why I bought it. Here it is. It's a cool one. I also have for the M7 the same, though different colors. Let me show you how do I put this one. It's very easy. It also have port protection, which you probably already noticed that is very important for me. Here it goes. Here's the port protection. Let's see. And you just slip it off to here. Very easy installation. There it goes. The one thing I didn't like the OtterBox, and also on the M7, except it is kind of bulky, that you don't have very good construction of it, or how can I explain this, because if you can see some gap around here. So the case is brand new. Also, I ordered it from Amazon, about $35. It's kind of expensive, but overall it's very hard. Here you have TPU port protection, but as I've said before, some cracks can be found here, and over time, just like M7, I fear it just will deform. Let me show you what I mean on the M7. Here's the M7 version of it, which I already have it for some time. Okay, it's kind of a bit different construction, but the principle is the same. Okay, let me close this one. And by the way, the OtterBox doesn't have the button here, the power button protection, as do this one has. So, thing to note. Here you go. This one, the M7, is kind of closed, so this one is better. But things that may occur, as you can see, you have not straight lines, because, and here it goes too. You can see it's kind of, but it's nice. And the M8 version is a bit larger, so it's not as bulky as different other cases, but it's very nice. If you have, it has better protection, so I definitely take this one if I want to travel or go to the sea or stuff like that. It's more protected, so it's better. So it fell for me a couple of times and it survived. Excellent. So here's the differences to an OtterBox commuter. So I hope you enjoyed the phone, my preview. If you have some questions about the phone, any other questions, feel free to comment below and I will answer it for you. Have a good one. See ya, guys.